Welcome back to Listen to the Words. Brought to you by Coke Zero.
Not really.
Is it? That's Coke Zero?
No.
What are they?
Well, yeah, it is.
Yeah, Coke Zero.
I'm sorry.
It's quite tasty.
But it's not this show isn't brought to you by that.
Well, at this point, we have to find sponsors where we can because Anchor's dropping us.
Oh.
By the time you hear this, Anchor, the little ad you hear in the beginning, Anchor...
whatever it says.
I recorded it. I forgot what it said.
Oh.
Like, if you want to start a podcast, go to Anchor.fm.
Yeah.
They decided that I don't have enough listeners to warrant being sponsored by them.
Jeez.
So,
thanks.
yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Right? I mean, almost a full year, and then I got an email on Friday saying,
Yeah.
hey, was it Friday or Thursday?
I don't know. It was last week.
Yeah, a few days ago, I got an email saying, well, you don't have enough listeners a week to warrant us paying you a penny for every 10 listeners.
It's like, is it really breaking the bank for you
Not at all.
to pay us a penny?
Not at all.
Whether we have the listeners or not. I mean,
Look,
I get if we had no listeners.
At this point in time, I met the requirements because to start off getting sponsored by them, you have to meet a certain requirement. And I met that.
Yeah.
So I figured, all right, cool, I'm set. I did what you asked.
Yeah.
But now it's like, no, we want more.
Yeah. That's stupid.
I almost said, dear mom. No. But I mean, all in all, in the last year, they've paid us $44.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but in a year,
Yeah, that's not a lot.
365 days divided by $40. That's literally for a fraction of a penny.
It's pennies.
for giggles. Let's do the math. 44 divided by 365 days. That is 0.12 cents. So it's a lot less than 1 penny.
Yeah.
But whatever. Who knows? Maybe by the time this episode comes out, I'll be off Anchor. I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows? Because I want to roll with them because of the whole music thing, but
Yeah.
Including the music into the episodes. But obviously that didn't work out.
Yeah.
So I bailed from that.
Yeah.
And
so
then
it's their fault.
It is their fault.
It is their fault. I think it's their fault.
So I may have to switch over to back to Red Circle. I don't know yet.
Yeah. We'll have to see.
But we'll see. But enough fussing about Anchor.
Yeah.
How was your week?
Well, the week was fine. The weekend was eventful.
Well, it started Friday.
Yeah, Friday. So Friday, which for those of you who follow Bruce on his Instagram, then you'll know. But Friday,
And if you don't, you're awful human beings.
no. If you
need to
don't,
follow.
then follow him for all the latest updates to his life.
Up to the minute updates of Bruce Wayne Hernandez.
So anyways, so Mr. Bruce, he decided to break out in hives on Friday. Don't really know what from.
I've never seen hives on a dog before.
I haven't either. But you could tell, like, on his fur, because he has black fur, so it's hard to see.
Yeah.
But when he was in the light, you could tell, like, under his fur was, like, raised up in spots.
It was weird. It was just like...
It was weird.
Yeah, it was bumpy. His fur was bumpy.
Yeah, he looked like he had bumps all over him, which he did. So I gave him a Benadryl, and because I know Benadryl is safe for dogs, so I looked up the dosage and everything, made sure I wasn't going to overdose him. I didn't want to kill him. And so I gave him a Benadryl, and it seemed to work. Like, he wasn't vomiting or anything, wasn't lethargic, no other symptoms other than that. So then he was fine, and I gave him another dose later that night. And then Saturday morning, I get up and I go shower.
Well, before you go into Saturday, he would always shake his head like he had something in his ear.
He was shaking his head, which I looked in his ears and I cleaned him out as best I could.
And you gave him a bath on Friday.
And I gave him a bath with oatmeal shampoo. I gave both the dogs a bath.
We don't talk about the other dog here.
I know we don't really talk about Lily.
Yeah, because she's awful.
No, she's not. She's old.
the worst.
She's just old. She's an old lady. And so I gave him a bath, and that seemed to help.
Yeah. But then Friday night, when the other swelling was going down in his skin on his backside, his male organ was swollen.
Yes, but the outer part of it.
Yeah.
So that was swollen. So, hives move around.
Yeah.
I've had hives before, and they move.
That would
all
seriously
over.
be the worst place to have a hive is where he had his.
Yeah. But he wasn't like, other than shaking.
He's like,
his
hey,
head,
look at this.
Yeah. Other than shaking his head, he wasn't like in any pain or uncomfortable. So then Saturday morning we woke up and I had gone and taken a shower, and you were still in bed. And
I kept hearing this dog shaking, like scratching. And I was like, what is this deal?
Yeah.
Like he didn't do it all night. It's just when you went to the shower, he's like, oh, it's time to wake up this fat guy.
Yeah.
So I opened his little crate because he's still in the crate to sleep at night because he's a troublemaker.
Yeah.
And he comes out and I'm like, holy crap, this dog is jacked up.
He was covered in hives. Fortunately, it wasn't like on his chest and stomach.
It was just his entire back.
It wasn't on his face. Like it wasn't not on his throat or anything. It was just his entire back and side. He was covered. So the only emergency vet that was available, that was open, was in Greenville, which is like 20 minutes away for us. But they're open 24 hours. I called them and they were like, we're not busy right now. Just bring him in.
Yeah.
So we brought him in and they gave him an injection of Benadryl. Because by then it had been like well past 8 hours since he had his last dose. And then they gave him a steroid injection as well. Because I knew when I saw him, he needed something stronger than just the regular Benadryl. Yep. So then doctor came in and she just said that, everything else he was fine, basically. It was just that. But it was hives, and we basically just have to do a process of elimination. We think maybe he's allergic to our detergent because I had just washed his bed and he I think the washer like messes up sometimes when there's stuff in there and it's uneven.
Yeah.
So inevitably the bed sat in soapy water.
Literally for like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, it was like all day long it took for this load to wash. So I think it just didn't get rinsed out good. Yeah. So I switched his bed with our other dog's bed.
So we'll give her hives.
No, because she hardly sleeps in her bed.
Yeah.
She only sleeps in it like once a week.
Yeah.
So
because we let her sleep outside 24/7.
No. So anyway, so I put her bed in his crate, and when he came out of his crate this morning, he was fine. So
he was A-okay, and $265 later, he is just fine.
But he just, it is starting allergy season here, so the doctor said it could have been the detergent, it could have been something he got into outside, it could have been a flower blooming.
But you know what? In the end, I was expecting it because every single year since we've had a dog with Penny, our old dog Penny, and Lily,
Penny didn't get sick until
once a year. I had to go to the vet with these dogs and pay a lot of money. Ding dong! Last year, Bruce he got into the my weed and feed.
Yeah,
and then that was $300.
Yeah.
But he was a big hit at the vet. Everybody loved him.
Oh, everybody loved him.
My gosh, he's so cute. Little Batman collar. I'm like, yeah, his name's Bruce Wayne. Oh my gosh.
And he would do his that's what he does when everybody comes in. So
make him bark.
Bruce.
Well, I'm gonna mute you. If you guys hear Kelly wooing him.
He's not gonna do it.
He's not gonna perform on cue.
He doesn't do it.
But yeah, his paperwork says quotations Bruce Wayne Hernandez.
Yeah. But so he was a big hit at the vet.
Yeah, they all loved him.
Yeah.
The doctors, the nurses, the male nurse was all about him.
Yeah, and he didn't. We thought maybe he like would cry or yelp or
because we heard some dog back there being tortured.
He was like, he was just barking, and you thought it was Bruce, I was like, I don't think that's Bruce because it didn't sound like him to me. So we asked the male nurse, and he was like, no, he didn't make a sound.
He didn't didn't
even flinch when they gave him the injections. He had his little bandage.
Yeah, these two dogs, our dogs now don't flinch when they get shots.
Yeah.
Our old dog Penny would murder people.
Oh, she hated it.
They had to muzzle her because she was violent.
Yeah, she would get very, very upset. But I think too, she didn't like when people would hover over her. She had a bad experience.
Yeah.
And that was my fault.
You punched her in the face.
No.
Well, we won't get into that.
Yeah. But anyways, so he's fine now. But
he's alive. He's his regular self now.
Yeah. I mean, he was acting normal anyways. He just, would scratch and everything.
He is such a special boy.
He really is.
I was just outside a few minutes ago looking at I need to figure out a new security camera outside. And he's like, "Oh, I gotta go outside with Dad.
Yeah,
I'm gonna supervise."
Like you went in and out 3 times, and he followed you.
He's like, "Okay, I gotta make sure he's okay."
He was like just watching, and like he's so curious.
Yeah, he is.
So,
but
he's a sweet boy.
Also today, we also had a fun little experience. Did we talk about the crazy lady that would pick up the poop?
No,
we haven't.
No, we haven't recorded.
Okay,
we recorded before that happened.
So. Stop. I'll start with that real quick. I'll save the other story for the 3 dogs for next week.
Oh, okay.
But on Thursday, I believe it was Thursday, either Thursday or Wednesday.
I don't remember.
Anyway, so I had a long day at work. I was on my lunch break. I was like, I'm gonna take a little power nap, hon. I'm gonna just lay down for a little bit. And then for some reason, my camera, the security camera, went off and said there's motion on the front left.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's weird. And then the dogs went crazy, just barking up a storm.
Which
like,
sometimes when it does that, it's like the wind or the sun moving, a cloud, whatever.
But this one was a person's in your front left.
Yeah.
Your front left camera. I'm like, what? So I look at the camera and I'm watching this lady let her dog take a giant dump on my front yard.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, the last couple of weeks, I've noticed a whole bunch of turds in our front yard.
Yeah.
And my mom's noticed the same thing.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out who it was. Lo and behold, it's this lady.
Yeah.
So I book it. I mean, I run out to the front of the house as the lady's leaving with the dog. Mind you, the dog's not even leashed, doesn't have a collar. Just walking down the street ahead of the owner, down the street, down the middle of the street, not even on the side of the road or anything. Just whatever. And I ran out there and I was like, hey. And she's like, huh? I was like, you're not going to pick that up? She goes, oh. And I was like, yo, pick up your dog's crap.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't have a bag. And I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
She's like, I'll come back. And I was like, no, you're not. You're doing it now. And she's like, So she walks back and I was like, all right, pick it up. It's over there. And she's like, I don't have a bag. And I told you, get me a bag.
Yeah.
So I give her the bag. She starts walking away. She goes, oh, my dog is down the street. And I was like, I don't care.
And I said, you should have the dog.
And that's when I said the dog shouldn't be off a leash and it should have a collar.
Yeah.
And she's like, I was like, here's your bag.
Yeah.
Pick it up. So she grabs the dog. She runs down the street, gets the dog, and she comes back. And I sit down on the front porch.
And it's raining.
And it's raining too.
It started raining.
I sit on the front porch and I make her stand there and look for this poop. She lost it. She couldn't find it.
Yeah, she couldn't find
it.
So
I just sat there and watched her look.
I went out there too, though, and I couldn't find it. I saw him do it, and I couldn't find it.
I don't think he dropped a turd.
I don't think he did either.
I don't think he did either, but it taught the lesson.
I think maybe he's one of those dogs that he kind of squats funny when he pees.
Yeah.
It might have been a girl dog, so that could have been it too. But it looked like something was falling.
It taught a lesson, though.
Yeah.
Because I sat there on a covered porch and watched this lady get poured on.
Yeah.
And looking for poop. But I'm like, there's an empty lot across the street from us.
Yeah.
That she could have literally let that dog poop, pee, do cartwheels. She could have done anything in that lot.
Yeah.
But it had to be in my front yard. I was like, no.
Yeah.
And she's like, and I was like, don't let that happen again.
And she has not walked down
the street since. I was like, no.
We're horrible neighbors.
It's not being horrible. It's just
I know.
And the lady
it's
always
the principle
and
of
the
it.
thing is, I've almost hit that dog several times with my car because she lets it walk down the middle of the street, and I'm coming home late, and the dog's black. You can't see this dog.
Yeah.
Put a vest on it, a reflective vest.
Yeah, or a reflective collar.
But no. So whatever. I made her.
But it's funny because that dog is a min pin. And that's what Bruce is.
Well, Bruce is cute. That dog was ugly.
Yeah, Bruce is better.
Yeah. Bruce is more gooder. All right, so that's enough chit chat. So this week's episode is going to be What Hurts the Most by Rascal Flatts, which we just talked about on one of the episodes recently.
Yeah, it was on our bracket episode.
Which one? Was it the wedding song? No.
Breakup songs.
Breakup songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
And it made it pretty far.
It did.
It didn't make it all the way through.
No, you'll have to listen to that episode.
You have to listen to who won.
Is.
But I pretend that I'm glad you went away. Spoiler. No, I'm kidding. So, tell me about this song. Can you read with that tiny phone since you decided not to bring a tablet?
Well, because my tablet needs to charge.
We have battery packs.
Well, it's fine.
Too late now.
I didn't think about it. Anyway, so this was written by American songwriter Jeffrey Steele.
Coolest name ever.
And English songwriter Steve Robson. Initially recorded by country music artist Mark Willis in 2003 on his album And the Crowd Goes Wild. Are you okay?
Something flew in my nose. The heck? It was like a mosquito flew right into my nose.
So anyways, it was recorded on that album, and it was covered by Bellfire a year later. The first version was released as a single was by pop singer Joe O'Meara in 2005 from the album Relentless. And then later that year, country band Rascal Flatts covered the song as well and released it as a single from the 2006 album Me and My Gang, topping the U.S. country and adult contemporary charts with it. German band Cascada later had international chart success with the song in 2007, and it was covered by Eden in 2008.
I didn't realize it was a cover.
I didn't realize that either. I thought it was their song.
I thought it was an original song. So in our head, in our hearts,
it's Rascal Flatts.
It's a Rascal Flatts song.
Yeah.
But I wonder if the German version it's like in German.
I would assume so.
Or you know how in Germany they like the pop stars sing like in English?
Yeah.
Or like the American boy bands end up in Germany and become hits.
They start in Europe.
Hasselhoff is still apparently a god over there. So
not over here.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Okay.
He's still around.
Because today a famous guy died today. It was the guy from Law and Order.
Yeah, I know. I can't think of his name.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Well,
it does matter.
It does for his family.
Yeah. I know the name.
You sent it to me, so let me look.
It was
Richard Belzer. Yep.
Yeah, he died.
So apparently he's a comedian. I did not know that.
I did know him as a comedian.
I only know him from Law and Order.
I think it's one of those situations where like they do serious roles, but in reality they're like hysterical comedians, like Bob Saget.
Yeah.
Like with Full House.
Yeah.
Everybody knew that Bob Saget was in America's Funniest Videos.
Yeah.
Bob Saget's one of the most vulgar comedians of all time.
I never knew. I didn't know him as a comedian, obviously. I knew him as Danny Tanner.
But the joke was, like, with all his friends was, they casted Bob Saget for a wholesome dad?
Yeah.
That was the joke.
Yeah.
Like, that's why he enjoyed it so much, was because he was like, hey, this is the complete opposite of my personality.
Yeah, but he did a great job with that role.
Because everybody thought he was that, like cookie cutter white dad.
And then when he went from Full House to America's Funniest Videos,
I think they did it simultaneously. Yeah, I remember.
But they were on at the same, during the same time frame. Mm-hmm. But so doing those two shows, like, that's all I knew him as. So when I found out he was a comedian and that he was vulgar, like, I was like, what the heck? So, but apparently he had like really good relationships with everybody. Yeah. The girls, actually thought of him as their TV dad, as their surrogate father.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we just went wild left. I don't even know how we ended up on Bob Saget right now.
I don't know.
That was just weird. All right. Yeah, I'm like, wait, I'm sitting here.
Because we were talking about him and he's a comedian.
Okay, yeah.
There we go. Okay.
All right. We talk. Jeffrey Steele co-wrote the song with Steve Robson. And Robson had presented Steele with an unfinished track, and Steele decided to come up with the lyrics to finish the track. Originally, he had wanted to write a song about the loss of his father, but instead went with a more universal theme of lost love. And after singing the lyrics, he decided that he liked how sad the song sounded. Wow, that's a lot of S's. How sad the song sounded.
Yeah, I don't even know where you're at. You're skipping around.
Okay. And actually, apparently, Faith Hill was supposed to record the song and put it on her 2005 album, Fireflies.
I guess she decided not to.
And she actually did record it, but it didn't make the cut.
Oh, I would have liked to heard her take on it.
I don't.
But now that we know the Rascal Flatts version, it's like, it's hard to...
Faith Hill is one of those, I like her, but in small doses.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I like her stuff. I'm not going to go searching for a Faith Hill song.
Yeah.
If it comes on, I'm like, all right, cool. I like this.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm not going to put it on my Apple Music and be like, oh, I've got to hear the new Faith Hill album.
Yeah.
It's not going to be...
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
There's a lot of artists that I feel like that about.
trying to think who else. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah. So, like we mentioned before, in 2006, Rascal Flatts released a cover of this song as a single for their album Me and My Gang, and it became the 5th #1 single on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart. And it also peaked at number 6 on the all-genre Billboard Hot 100, becoming the band's first top 10 pop hit.
That's awesome.
You found me now?
Yeah, I found you.
Okay, cool. In addition, the song reached number 1 on the adult contemporary charts, and Rascal Flatts also performed the song live with Kelly Clarkson at the Academy of Country Music Awards in 2006.
Otherwise known as the CMAs.
I had to burp. I didn't want to burp at the microphone.
Yeah, thank you
that
for that.
Taco Bell just came
Well, that and you're drinking soda.
Oh, that's right.
That's why I don't drink soda or anything carbonated when
but
we
it's
do this.
keeping me from clearing my throat nonstop.
Yeah, well.
Because usually when I'm recording, I'm clearing my throat nonstop, but the soda is keeping it at bay.
Which is weird.
That is very odd. I just realized I haven't cleared my throat at all.
Yeah, you haven't.
Now it's in my head.
And now you're going to do it probably.
No, I'm good. I have nothing to clear.
Yeah.
That's weird. Thanks, Coke Zero. Thanks, Coke Zero. Forget you, Anchor.
You're right. Coke Zero is.
They're really going to pull. They're going to pull my iPad out of my podcast completely.
Yeah, they're just going to pull it. This is our last episode, folks.
That's it. We're wrapping up now.
We're going to be done very soon.
So Rascal Flatts actually earned 2 nominations for the 49th Annual Grammy Awards in the categories of Best Country Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocals. That makes no sense.
Yeah, well, I guess because there's instrumental groups, but there's not a lot of that.
But hear me out.
Like Kenny Loggins. Or is it Kenny Loggins?
No, Kenny G.
Kenny G, thank you. God.
But is there a country band that only does instrumentals?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't like just instrumental music.
I get down with it sometimes.
I don't
get down
like
with it sometimes. Dashboard Confessional years ago, probably like 15 years ago, released the one of their albums all with the orchestra. No lyrics, just orchestral.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous.
Huh.
It was really cool. I get down with it sometimes.
Yeah.
And then also the best country song.
Yep.
So as of, well, I can't even read this because this is as of 2010, the song topped 2 million mark on paid downloads. That doesn't even count anymore because everybody just streams stuff now.
Yeah. Well, then it says by April 2011, the song sold 2.28 million in the U.S.
Yeah, but that's 12 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
So it's probably at like 15 million now.
Oh, yeah.
At
You
this
would
rate.
think they'd update that stuff.
Right? Stupid internet.
God.
I'm trying to make you guys have to make my job easier. I don't have to go search for this stuff.
Right?
So
you should just type it in and it's just there.
I'm gonna do that like that. You don't know anything about the AI stuff, the Chat GPT. Like if you type in a few words and it does a whole essay for you. AI, artificial intelligence.
Yeah, I know what AI means.
There's this thing out that if you type a few words, it like generates the entire thing for you. I did it with Sophia's Mickey Mouse thing. Remember a few weeks ago? I typed in Mickey Mouse meets Oswald in a restaurant, and it just made an entire story.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It literally made an entire story that sounded really good. Even Sophia was like, that sounds really fun. You don't remember that?
I remember you doing it, but
yeah. It was this whole...
But you were saying a lot of letters, and that didn't...
Sorry. But yeah, it's this program that like it tells you, like you type in a few words, and you do the plus sign and keywords, and it does a whole story for you.
You were doing AI and GTF, and I'm like, what?
Anyway, besides
That's why I had the blank stare on my face.
You just went...
Hey, it's keeping him entertained.
Yeah, but he's licking you.
Okay.
That's so disgusting.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I taste good, I guess.
Anyway, I don't know what to say to that.
My leg tastes good. It's all the salt, probably.
Because you salty.
Yeah.
All right, I need you to stop, buddy.
All right, stop.
Anyway.
Yeah. No.
Can you tell me about the music video? Because the music video is like the most heart...
Oh, gosh.
The toughest heart punch in the world.
You all right over there?
I don't know what I was trying to say.
So, okay.
It's just heartbreaking.
It is. So the music video starts with a young girl crying over the loss of her boyfriend. She expresses anger for her father, who she blames for making her boyfriend leave, resulting in his demise in a car accident. Dun, dun, dun.
That word scares me, demise.
Yeah, it's a big word. Okay. So the girl's very hurt mother watches her daughter's anger for her father and cries as she feels helpless over this unfortunate situation. Over the course of the video, there are scenes of the band playing, flashbacks of the couple, and the girl trying to go about her life. A scene in which, with the girl... Wait, what? Okay.
The girl's vomiting in the bathroom,
Yeah.
holding her stomach, which implies that she became pregnant right before her lover's death.
So the video ends with the girl running up to the boy's wooden cross memorial on the side of the road to kneel down and say that she saw him, answering his question asked earlier in the video, "What do you see?" when they were talking about the future while a storm is brewing. And the music video was directed by Sean Silva in early 2006.
Yeah, because it starts off with like, "What do you see for our future?" And she doesn't answer.
For your future.
Yeah,
or whatever,
she doesn't answer. She just gets quiet.
Yeah.
And then he just dies. And she goes back and she's like, "I see you."
Okay,
it's like Avatar. Oh, snap. That was crazy. We're like in sync.
Stop.
You just threw him off the couch.
I pushed him because he's licking me.
He's like, "Mother, you saved my life and now you throw me away?" Jeez. It is a really heartbreaking video.
It is. It's really it's super sad.
I do. There's one part of the video that makes me laugh always. The guitar player, he is rocking out at one part.
Yeah.
Like, it is a sad, depressing song. My man's just flicking his hair back.
Rocking out.
And he's like, "What hurts the most?" Just rock. I'll show it to you later. I'm like, dude, read the room.
Yeah.
You got a dead kid over here.
I know.
It's off like the side of the road. You see the cross, and he's like, "Yo, chill, man. You don't have to rock out that hard."
Well, I think some of the music though is like really intense at one point, and I think he's just probably he's
feeling it.
He's feeling it. He's in that moment.
Yeah,
and
it makes sense.
So
it makes sense. Do we want to do the lyrics?
Why wouldn't we do the lyrics?
I don't know. I'm asking
we
you.
always do the lyrics.
I'm getting your opinion on something.
This is listen to the words.
Yeah, listen to these words.
We got to read the words so they can listen to it.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, you can do it.
I can take the rain on the roof of this empty house. That don't bother me. I can take a few tears now and then and just let them out. I'm not afraid to cry every once in a while. Even though going on with you gone still upsets me. There are days every now and again I pretend I'm okay. But that's not what gets me. You want to take over?
And then he says, "What hurts the most was being so close and having so much to say and watching you walk away. And never knowing what could have been. And not seeing that loving you is what I was trying to do."
So it's hard to deal with the pain of losing you everywhere I go, but I'm doing it. It's hard to focus that smile. When I see our old friends and I'm all alone. I'm alone. Sorry. Still harder getting up and getting dressed, living with this regret. But I know if I could do it over, I would trade, give away all the words that I saved in my heart that I left unspoken.
And then he just sings the chorus twice, and then I think that's it. Yep. So
that's deep, man.
It is.
Because whenever you break up with someone, there's always things left unsaid.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what.
Oh, yeah.
Things will always be left unsaid.
I think any relationship, any close relationship that you have, when that person dies.
What? You could apply this to death, and you could also apply it to like a breakup.
Yeah.
Like a relationship with someone.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, when that person is out of your life, no matter what type of relationship it was, if it was just very good friends or romantic, family, whatever it is, when that person's no longer in your life, then there's always things that you wish you'd said.
Always, no matter what.
Or things you wish you had done with that person.
Yeah. There's hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah.
But you can never fully express your love to somebody in a lifetime.
Oh, no.
Never.
No, not at all. And you may try, but I don't think anybody ever really knows how much they're loved.
That's deep.
So, I can be very deep.
You need to make that a sticker. What did you say? No one ever knows how much they're really loved or something like that.
No one ever knows how much they're really loved.
You need to write that down. Seriously, that's deep.
It's the truth, though.
Yeah, I'm about to drop something, so yeah.
It's the truth.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, and I think that applies to, like, pets, too. Like, you love your pet so much, and they love you so much, and they can't really express that.
No. Well, Bruce does by licking your feet right now.
He's not licking my foot. He's licking my leg.
The same spot. He's licking his own saliva.
No, he's licking the bottom of my leg. I'm trying to make him stop, and he won't. So I just let him do it.
And then it smells like dog lick in the car.
I'll wipe my legs off later.
Okay. Buddy, read the room.
He loves mommy.
Yeah, he does.
He loves his mama.
But no.
This is how he expresses his love.
Yeah.
But I mean, animals express it, especially dogs. They express it in the way they look at you, if they lean on you and, obviously licking.
Bruce expresses his love towards me when I walk through the door, and he loses his ever-loving mind.
Oh, gosh. Exactly. It's like you've been gone forever.
I come home for lunch.
Yeah.
Whenever I go out work at my office, I come home for lunch, and he's like, I just saw you 5 hours ago, but I've missed you. You've been gone forever.
Yeah, because they have no concept of time.
He wants his hugs.
Yeah.
He wants his pets.
Yeah.
And I give it to him, and I go lay down for a little bit. And I set a timer with Alexa.
Yeah.
And I say, Alexa, set a hour timer.
Yeah.
And Bruce is to the point where he's looked at me when I said the word.
Yeah. He's like, what time?
Alexa. Okay. But when the timer goes off, he jumps off the couch and runs to the door.
Yeah.
And waits for me to come up.
He sits there. He wants to go in and wake you up.
Yeah.
He wants to go in and jump up on the bed and get you.
I love you so much. Bruce just loves.
But then I took a picture and he was sitting. You had the door closed and he was sitting. I knew you were awake, so I didn't get up to go get you. But yeah, he was sitting by the door, just like looking at it, waiting.
He's like, if I stare at this door long enough, he will come out. Yeah. The fat one will come out. But no, go back to the song. Like you said, nobody ever knows how much they're really loved.
Yeah.
And it's true. Like people don't understand how much love is out there and how much you are loved.
Yeah. Because you can't say it every second of every day.
No.
Unfortunately.
No.
But, I think, and sometimes it's hard to like even say it when you're thinking it, like, and the person's right there with you. And that could just be for different reasons. Some people are shy and don't know how to express
Some
themselves.
people just don't know how to do that because they didn't have it shown to them growing up.
Yeah. And then some people are just shy by nature.
Yeah.
We've
taught Sophia not to be shy like that, to express how much she loves
everybody.
She's always, I love you, I love you, I love you.
Yeah. She, all the time.
Yeah.
Constantly, gives us a kiss on the cheek and, I saw her do that to you, like, right before you guys left.
Yeah,
like,
when
she just came up to you and
when
gave you a
I
kiss.
came home with the dinner, she just came up and gave me a hug. She's like, thank you, Daddy, for picking up the dinner.
Yeah.
It's like, I got you, girl. I got you.
So, yeah.
But it's Brucey. Hey.
This is
Stop
my
it.
life. If I put my feet down here, he'll just come down here and do it. So it's like I can't get away from him. Like I literally can't
Brucey,
get away from this dog.
She's mine.
Oh no.
That's mine.
He has imprinted on me.
That's mine.
Let me tell you.
Mommy's mine.
He's like, that's what you
Mommy's
think.
mine. But but back to the song, because we're getting distracted by Bruce. As always. Now he's licking your elbow.
Exactly. See?
What a moron.
No, he's not. He's super smart.
But like you were saying, you never express yourself completely. And even in a broken relationship.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about this song, like, with a certain breakup. Like, you always think that person's the one.
Yeah.
And then when you break up, so many things are left unsaid.
Yeah.
You almost want to have the final word.
Yeah. You want to have, like, one final conversation and get everything out in the open.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
But
I still feel like that with past relationships. Like, I still want to do that.
I actually did that.
Yeah.
I told you about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a conversation that needed to be done. Like,
yeah.
it was 20 years in the making.
Yeah.
And literally just everything was laid out.
Because there's things that still sit with you.
And it wasn't
sometimes you can't let that go.
No, and it wasn't a conversation of like, I still love you, I still have feelings for you.
Right.
But I love you in this way now.
Yeah.
But things that happened.
This is how I felt at that moment.
But this was like, these are the things I want to tell you at that point in time.
Right.
When certain things happened.
Right.
And it was a great conversation. I mean, I wish I hadn't waited 20 years.
Yeah.
But hey.
But did she get things off her chest
yes.
that she wanted to say?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Everything was cleared off. And
so there you go. And you guys are still friends.
Yep.
And that's what matters.
Yeah.
Like if you can, not that I would be friends with my exes at this point, but with that relationship was completely different from mine.
Yeah.
And every relationship is different. Sometimes you can be friends with your exes and sometimes you can't.
Yeah.
In my case, I can't. I don't want to be.
Yeah.
But there are still things that I would like to say to those people because my first relationship, I was really, really young.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to stand up for myself at the time. Now that I'm older, like, I feel like I can do that better.
Yeah.
And with the other one, you know, it was, I don't know what the problem was. I just didn't say what I needed to say.
Yeah.
You know, and I think I was so hurt and angry that I let it go because I didn't want to. I didn't want to keep. Yeah, I didn't want to keep like bringing it up.
I got you.
And trying to fix something that obviously wasn't working.
Me, I was trying to figure out. I think when I was younger, I was just too selfish about how I felt.
Yeah.
Like, I got hurt. I feel this. I felt that. I felt this.
Yeah.
I never put myself in the shoe of
her.
How does she feel about these circumstances that happened?
Yeah.
How does she feel? I mean, for the breakup to happen, things had to have transpired in her mind to say, this has to end.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I'm perfect. I'm pretty close to it. But no, I'm totally kidding.
Yeah.
But I understand now why things happened.
Yeah, because you're older and you're more mature, you're more experienced with life.
Yeah.
You know, and you see things a different way, and especially after becoming a parent, you just see the world completely different.
And as you start seeing your own mortality at 38, 39, you're like, we're not going back in time. I'm not getting any younger.
Which it's like, and you know that happens, but at the same time, when you're young, you don't think it's ever going to happen. No. And then all of a sudden it has, and you're like, oh crap.
Time won't tell you that it's leaving. You just look up and it's gone. If you want to know where that comes from, listen to our episode about the song "Young" by Parachute.
I wonder where it comes from.
Yeah, I'm saying I can't have them listen to the whole catalog and I'm like, where did they say that from?
Yeah,
it's "Young" by Parachute. But it was a worthy conversation to have, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
and I feel like it's made our relationship stronger as friends.
Yeah,
and it just needed to be had.
Yeah, and even if it hadn't made your friendship stronger, at least it was said.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and also I've had that conversation also with Jose as well. Like years ago, we had a come to Jesus conversation, but get things off our chest.
Yeah.
With each other, and it helped out a lot. And it made our relationship that much stronger.
Yeah.
I've screwed the relationship by not going to Texas to visit him.
No, you haven't. He that's what makes him, a good friend, is that he is very understanding.
Yeah. And
he doesn't hold things against the person.
Jose is a one in a million type of friend, and we've known each other for 30 years, and it's just he's amazing.
Not the type of person that's going to hold it against you. You had valid reasons. At least one valid reason, your fear of flying. Yeah. So and sometimes your fears get worse even if you've done them.
And unfortunately, I thought I could face it and make it happen for him. And I mean, I broke promises to him. I legit broke promises.
Yeah.
And I don't do that. You very well know I don't break promises.
I know.
But the irrational fear just took over my life, and I couldn't get there.
And he understood that. Yeah. He completely understood that. And I think that's why he's like so excited you're coming.
Oh, we're going. I was like, I told him, he's like, well, I'll believe it when you're here. I was like, no, dude, I'm getting on that plane.
Yeah. We have our tickets.
I got my tickets. I literally have everything ready to go.
And we're making plans to go back.
Yeah. He's like, well,
and we haven't even gotten there yet.
We'll see. And I'm like, no, I was like, I got the tickets.
Yeah.
We're there.
Yeah.
I mean, our flight's gotten changed 4 or 5 times, but we will be there. It's gotten changed. It's gotten changed to earlier, which is good because we're gonna get there late at night, but now we're gonna get there at a reasonable hour.
Yeah, because before we were getting there at like practically midnight.
It was gonna be 10:30 by the time we get out of the plane,
and we get to the house, and they've got 2 young children who need their rest, and so does
Jose
his wife,
and Bianca.
So I didn't know if we had said her name, so that's.
Oh, sorry, I'll edit it. Sorry, B.
But so I'm glad our flight has changed to an earlier time. But.
So back to the song, because we get sidetracked.
I know.
What's your favorite part of the song?
I
have a specific one.
Okay, well, why don't you go first?
I go, there are days every now and again I pretend I'm okay, but that's not what gets me. What hurts the most is being so close and having so much to say and watching you walk away and never knowing what could have been and not seeing that loving you is what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
Because when you break up with someone, you have to put on that face of, I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I think that whole chorus for me is that's the essence of what we've been saying. It's like you have so much to say to the person that you love, and then they're gone and you never get to say it.
Yeah.
So that's, and you could like I know like some people like go to visit, you know, grave sites and everything. Like my family, on my mom's side, they do it.
Yeah.
And you know, and people talk to their loved ones, you know, as if they're standing right in front of them.
Yeah, it's more therapeutic than anything.
Yeah, it's more therapeutic, but I'm saying like that's the only way like the girl in the video is able to tell him anything.
Yeah.
Even though he doesn't hear it.
Yeah.
You know, but it, you know, it's therapeutic for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I get that. I completely get how that can be therapeutic.
I'm fortunate that I haven't had an ex-girlfriend pass away.
Yeah.
Or disappear from my life without telling them how I really felt.
Yeah.
I mean, all the breakups I've had were pretty much
cut and dry.
Like, hey, this ain't working.
Yeah.
Peace. But the one that I always talk about, that one was not. That one was really gray.
Yeah.
And it stayed great for a long time.
Yeah.
And the conversation needed to be had.
Yeah. And it's hard because that person's in your life, you know, to a degree.
Yeah.
Not that you saw them every day, but.
Well, at that point in time, yes.
At that point you did, but, you know, once you moved out of New York, it was different. But yeah, I mean, it's hard when you see them every day and they're in your life and you can't talk to them the way you need to talk to them.
Yup.
And, you know, because you both
and what hurts the most
is being so close.
Yeah, it is.
But it's like, you know, you want to talk to them and you need to talk to them, but at the same time, you don't know how they're feeling.
Yeah.
Maybe they can't talk to you at that moment in time. You know, maybe it's just too hard.
And, hey, it took 20 years for both of us to be
to that
at that point to talk it out.
Yeah. Well, because you both are married, you know, we have Sophia, and at this point, it's just stupid.
It was, I mean,
you know,
you looking back at it, it was never going to work out.
Yeah.
I mean, you're too young, and
you don't see it when you're
at that age. You're like, oh, this is the love of my life. I'm going to marry this person. We're gonna have 25 babies, and
God,
and but
ain't nobody saying they're having 25 babies.
We know someone. Insert maniacal laugh.
That's not a maniacal laugh, but sure.
Yeah, that's the best I can do right now. I know. But now thinking about it, I'm like, that was never going to work out. It just never was going to work out.
Yeah, because you see the faults in the relationship.
All I saw the relationship was just what is that expression?
Rainbows and unicorns.
It's like rose-colored glasses. Is that the expression?
You see the world through rose-colored glasses.
Yeah, and it wasn't that.
Yeah. But in your mind at the time it was.
We had our nasty ups and downs.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't, it wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
But it was nice to get it off our chest, and I was able to express myself rather than never telling the person how I felt and how they expressed the same to me.
Yeah. Yeah, because you would have regretted that had you lost that person.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, there's one person that I wish I had told I loved them more. My cousin Jen.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I had told her every day.
Yeah.
I wish I had texted her every day. I wish there was more time.
No, yeah.
And unfortunately there wasn't.
Yeah. I still have the last text that I text her.
On your iPhone?
On my phone. I can't delete it. I can't bring myself to delete it.
I don't think I
ever will.
Unfortunately, my texts, all my stuff never crossed over. Remember, I had issues crossing over from the Samsung to the iPhone? Yeah. I lost everything. All my texts and everything. I lost everything. Yep. Because I had text her too about California.
Yeah.
And that text message is gone.
The last text she sent me, because it was about California. The last text she sent me was a heart.
And that was her.
Yeah.
That was Jen.
That was her.
Jen was always just love.
Yeah.
Jen was like Bruce, just loves.
Yeah, just loves.
That's just love.
At least she didn't lick people.
Yeah. Jen just loved. But it's a sad, depressing song, but it's a beautiful song for you to listen to.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
song. If you're going through a breakup, listen to it.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy it.
Or if you've had a bad breakup that you're still
kind of lingering on, you know, even if you've, you know, gotten married, had kids, but it's still always on your mind to a degree, then this song is perfect for that. It is. I'm thinking back of all the relationships I have, and none of them.
Oh no!
None of them
were ever gonna work.
No, I would like to tell that one girl that I just hated dating her. The one in Florida, the one before you.
Oh yeah.
Like, just I didn't like you.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
you're evil. You just suck.
But she would only talk about her ex.
No, not that one.
Oh, that
other
was
one.
the one right before me.
Oh, sorry, I got confused. No, she's sweet. She's cool. I mean, I don't mind her at all. And you met her.
Yeah, no, she was chaperoned for us.
Yeah, she was sweet as can be. No, not her. The other one.
Yeah.
The other one. She was just
the other one.
She just sucked. It was just not a good relationship at all. Yeah. And it didn't. We saw each other for a few months, and it was never going to go anywhere.
No.
I mean, she started talking about marriage within the first 2 months, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No, girl. That ain't. I'm 20 years old. I'm not getting married at 20.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That's even 23 is young.
Yeah, we got married at 23.
I know. But I think, I don't know, 23 then versus 23 now is so different.
It is true. It is a lot different.
It's so different. Like, I feel like we were pretty mature for our age.
Ish.
I
mean, I worked for the state of Florida and you worked for a hotel. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
we had full-time jobs.
Yeah. We, didn't party or, anything like that.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah,
I did most of my partying when I was a teenager.
Yeah. So, and I just have never been I like going to parties, but like, I don't need to go to a nightclub.
No.
The
last nightclub I ever went to was the night before the wedding, but before that, oh yeah, I was hungover for our wedding.
I was 18 the last time I went to a nightclub.
I was in DC at a Colombian, and excuse me, I was at a Colombian nightclub. I don't remember who I was with, but I was in DC. They had empanadas, so I was just eating empanadas in the corner, listening to the music, just eating empanadas, and I had the time of my life. I was bopping.
I would do that.
I was just bopping and with a little ají, a little spicy sauce, and I was like, yeah.
When you could handle spicy.
Yeah, when I could handle spicy. There's things that I'm noticing that as I'm getting older, I'm like, that didn't happen before.
I know.
Why is it happening now? What's wrong with me?
It's like I'm dying.
Why must I take fiber so that way I can have some type of movement in the morning?
Yeah, a normal bowel movement.
I'm like, I'm 38. I'm not 55.
You're not like even like 70.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, dude. But whatever. So, is he still licking your leg?
Yeah, he's licking
this
my leg.
Dog's an idiot.
He got down and he's licking my ankle right now. Yeah.
So, with that being said,
oh yeah,
there you go. The show Instagram is Listen to the Words Podcast, all one word. The show email is listentothewordspod@gmail.com. And thank you all for listening, because our numbers just keep, I mean, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
But they're consistently going up.
Yeah.
They are
awesome. What are we at now?
I'm not going to say it out loud because I don't want to embarrass ourselves. Because, I mean,
that's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Well, I want it to get bigger.
Okay.
I want it to get higher.
I still think that's
great.
No,
I've actually posted on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Well, we are well past 5,000 listens.
Yeah. That's awesome.
We're getting close to 6,000.
That is, I feel like that's a milestone. Like,
it is.
5,000 is a milestone.
It took me a while to get 10,000. It took me 2 years to get 10,000 on the BPD podcast.
Yeah. So.
And it's still getting numbers. I don't understand that.
Because those are really good episodes. We had some really good episodes with that show.
Yeah. I had to pull some off the thing just due to certain circumstances. So if you listen
legal reasons,
if you're listening to them and they're out of, like, numerically they're gonna be out of order, I just have to pull a couple episodes off. So listen to the ones that are there.
Yep.
If you find it.
Yeah, they're all great.
Yeah. But
except for that first one.
Yeah, my first episode ever on a podcast was not good at all. But I'm glad that it's evolved.
Yeah.
Now that I'm amazing.
Yeah.
But all right, I'm gonna leave Kelly some room to promote all her stuff.
Okay.
Go ahead, hon. I'm gonna drink some soda.
Instagram and Etsy is Crafty Kelly's Workshop. Crafty with a K. Kelly is Kelly. My show email is listentothewordspodkelly@gmail.com. My travel agent page is Kelly Marie Travels 1, the number 1.
Because you're number 1 for travel, your travel needs.
On Instagram, and then Kelly Marie Travels on Facebook.
All right, then.
And then,
there's more. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, just one more. Bruce, his Instagram is Bruce the Doxy Pin.
Spell Doxy.
Doxy is Doxie.
Good times. Oh, we saw Ant-Man yesterday. I forgot to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
It was good.
It was good. I thought it was good.
It was all right.
Yeah.
And we watched Creed 2.
It wasn't as bad as everybody's making it out to be.
It was all right.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I'm not gonna go watch it again. It was all right.
It was a good setup movie.
Yeah. So with that being said, sign off. You can't really quote this song for a sign off.
Yeah, I'm not. I just want Bruce to stop licking me.
Yeah, there you go. Hasta luego, guys. Thanks.